Okay. So, last we left off, you were all traveling from Shimmerlock, had been on the road for 3 days, and were set to arrive at Hales Crossing the next morning as a sort of layway point for you to stop and take rest behind safe city walls again and stock up on some essentials that you might need. You started your final day's journey and were quickly hit with the weather turning, but fought the upcoming storm admirably, and none of you went insane, which is always a win. However, the bad weather did persist, so you were still faced with the issue of bad visibility and a general sense of unease. As you got closer to the settlement, you saw the unexpected sight of the Royal Guard, the Twilight Sentinels, being stationed roughly a mile out away from town. You spoke to them. They told you very briskly that you should turn around and get the fuck away, and we don't care how you survive. With a bit of insight and persuading from Cassius, though, the guy broke, and you saw the actual very desperate and exhausted, because all of my guards in this world are exhausted.
Yeah, fair.
Young man who was just trying to do his job because these people had been called here as there was a murder spree happening in Hales Crossing, looking even like a serial killer was at play here, and so the city's on lockdown, and until further notice this has to be solved, as this is one of the most important hubs in the country that, well, can't just be left to killing sprees. The guy told you he couldn't help you get inside, but he could turn a blind eye to let you get past him. And with the help of Cassius's memories, you went off the beaten path to head towards the northeastern palisades of the town, where you remembered they were a bit wonky, they were a bit maybe not as fixed up as they should be, and might lead to a entry point for you all. However, on the way there, you did stumble across a corpse, and then upon living corpses which you'd rather maybe not have met, as you met this rather disgusting, corrupted amalgamation of human parts that might be referred to as spider in some realm to make you able to imagine something, as well as these little tiny ashen methods that were just enjoying tormenting you. But you prevailed, and then almost got bested by the town palisades, as one Mohiam might have gotten stuck trying to get through the hole there. And in the middle of trying to push them through, a guard came around the corner, who fortunately had fond memories of Cassius and did not report you to the town guard or the sentinels, and instead gave you a bit of insight, telling you that she was the one who actually found one of the corpses, and she seemed rather traumatized by what had happened and what she had seen. And yeah, she told you that the victims were being kept in the chapel at the graveyard with the skykeeper and the local physician, who were trying to do autopsies, something like that, try to find out what happened. And yeah, then she had to go on her patrol and left you all to your devices. We are at the top right corner of the town map, and you are just standing there in an alleyway towards the palisades, and it's mid afternoon, so, well, visibility's shit. Town is pretty busy. What are you gonna do?
sneak through town? Are we sneaking? Or are we just pretending we belong here?
I don't know.
You tell
I
me.
don't know. Are we sneaking? The guard that we spoke to kind of insinuated like the idea of like, oh, if we go up and like speak to someone who's in charge, that there might be a chance that they'll be like, hey, how the fuck did you get in here anyway?
Yeah. If you're, yeah, I think she spoke of the captain of the Twilight Sentinels who was stationed here, who for a reason locked down the city, so new faces might be noticed.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, yeah, we should probably try and be a little bit discreet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rather distinct once noticed, so perhaps staying unnoticed for as long as we can is the recommended course of action.
Alrighty. You still want to head directly towards the chapel?
That is...
Because I think that was thrown around at the end of the last session.
I think
it's where the 5 is, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's not that far
we
away.
said we were gonna aim for there, right? Because that's where a lot of the bodies are being kept. So we kind of figure that's probably the best place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Are we stealthing or are we socially trying to blend in? Like, what's happening?
Equally bad at all of that. So I leave it up to you guys.
So stealthing, not happening with this character.
Actually, I'm super stealthy as long as we're in shadows.
Yeah, I have pretty good stealth, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have like deception or anything like that. I have okay persuasion, but I don't know how well that would work.
So we're definitely sneaking then.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, Lannon, give me a luck check, and we'll see how thick the fog and the ash are at the moment. If it's above 10,
Try not to get fogged.
I'll try my best. Oh my god, why are all my dice so fucking black and red? I can't see them on my...
yeah.
Ooh, that is a 16.
Okay, then I think you'll get advantage then, like if you're in shadows. Is that how it works?
I believe so. I'm just gonna cast what was this Veil of Dusk on myself, so I don't technically need there to be shadows. I can make them, but
Okay. Then you just wasted your 16.
I don't ever think that's a waste. Now we have narrative reason for there to be shadow, which will, I'm sure, be useful to us later.
Alright.
does it just go away, or like how long does it last? Is it just for you?
It's just 10 minutes, and it's just for one creature that I touch. So I think last time I used it on you. It's +1 bonus to armor class and stealth checks with advantage.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So you'll just be followed around by a bit of more dust.
Yeah. Dina's just kind of a bit like
Yeah.
just extra ash and stuff, and
Yeah.
If I stand against the wall, I'm like almost not there anymore.
like, whoa, it's kind of like there's someone maybe not there, sort of.
Okay, guys, give me your stealth checks.
Okay. Let's see.
So dark. Okay, yeah, sure. 19 and 18. Dirty 20.
21.
Nice.
It's 13.
Okay, great. So we're all above the required numbers. You make your way through the tight alleyways and sort of shambled houses that are up here until you can already see in the distance the tower of the chapel on the graveyard before you. Cassius, you obviously know this building, as this is also where the light bearers, when they are here, have a room. Like, this is the sanctuary for them, where they are always welcomed. What you also see is a very, very tall spire at the front of this rather large building, in comparison to most of the other buildings that you generally have in towns. At the top of which there is a lightly gleaming fire that doesn't really push through the darkness, but the closer you get, the brighter it appears for you all. What you can see is around this tower there are several symbols that are carved into this place. You see the symbol of a tree. You see this woven knot that is kind of like the hand fasting for like weddings sort of situation. You see a shield on top of which is a pair of scales. You see a wheel, a pen and a scroll, a very nice looking ruby, what looks like a canvas that has an anvil in the middle, and a mountain that is being struck by lightning. This is all rather, I think, common knowledge for all of you. These spires have, in the luck of their presence, all been carved with the symbols of the gods. And most towns or most places in the wilds where you can find these sky spires, you have like either different symbols for the gods that represent them, or like different artistic versions of that. But at the end of the day, you all know, okay, these are the symbols of the gods, to call to them. And yeah, you probably get there from like the back, so you have to walk around probably the like south, where there's a bit of some more trees and tree cover. Do you plan to go like front door?
Maybe not.
Yeah, do I know if there's any other A, if there are any other entrances, B, if it's socially acceptable to just creep in through like a side door or something, like.
I think you know that there are a few side doors that lead out into this like garden / graveyard area, so that you don't have to like always pass through the main gate to deal with everything. So there would be a door to the southern right area, so like over here. But yeah, otherwise there is the main door that you usually go through if you want to announce. Like, unless the Skykeeper knows that there's guests, you wouldn't just like barge in on them through the back door, out of just like courtesy. But technically you know that there is such a door.
Yeah, I think. Why am I playing as a character that's like so?
I'll take care of this for you if you need.
No, again, it is that thing of like. The sensible thing would be to try and sneak in and not cause any trouble. But also, my character's like, well, yeah, of course we would like knock and then try and get through the front and then like introduce ourselves, because like eventually people are going to find out that we got into town. So I mean, I don't know. What do the two of you want to do? Do you think?
Insinuating that you want to walk to the front door?
Yeah, I think Cassius probably would more or at least I don't think they're like, yeah, we should just sneak into the church and then go and examine the bodies without letting anyone know. Then, like, if someone finds us and they're like, "How did you get into town?" That's gonna be something we have to explain. If they find us while we're
Looking at the
hunched over
bodies.
the corpse of the bunch of these bodies, and they're like, "A, how did you get here?" and B, what the fuck are you doing with the dead people? Yeah. I think Cassius would probably think it's a better idea to maybe at least try and humbly introduce ourselves and offer our help, rather than just sneaking in and being like, "We're gonna take a look at these corpses."
I wish to see the dead people.
Yeah.
Maybe
See,
there's
that's
a middle
exactly how
ground.
Mohim would also say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we not go through the front door and maybe go the subtle way, but introduce ourselves to anyone we find if they seem like you know them or if they could be friendly?
Perhaps. Am I particularly familiar with anyone like in the main church here? Like, is there anyone that I would immediately be able to be like, "Hey, help us out"?
I mean,
Bro.
realistically speaking, since the light bearers can like find haven here, you would know the Skykeeper who runs this place. Like,
Okay.
it would be unrealistic for you not to know her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that changes things. Yeah, sure. If we can get in through like a side door and just immediately try and find the Skykeeper without, barging in and being like, "Rah, we're here to save the day." Like, yeah, go in through like a side entrance and then just like try and have like a low key little meeting with them. I think would be the best thing then.
Alrighty, so we'll just keep your stealth checks.
Thank
to
God.
move through here. I mean, you just rolled, like. After you had your conversation behind the bushes of what you were gonna do, and you sneak inside the grounds, and you can easily find the back door since it's not hidden, and since this isn't like an open place that you can visit, like, god damn it.
It's like you got to expect it every single time. I think saying side door is way better than saying back.
Yeah, I should have just stayed with that. So, it's open. And you can probably also...
Sorry.
Lightning is gonna
Control
strike you in
myself.
like 5 minutes. You can probably see like a few buckets or like gardening tools that are like left close by. And in the distance you can probably also see like 1 or 2 people closer to the front of the grounds that are like tending to the graves and trying to keep them clear as best they can. And yeah, you enter and kind of are in a side corridor, basically, of this like rather classic like stone chamber-ish like church building. And you would know like where you have to go to get to the like main chamber.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go to wherever Cassius thinks the most likely place to find the Skykeeper or whoever else might be kind of in here.
I think since it's noon and since we just had a storm, they would probably have tended to the fire at the top of the spire, so might be that they're like close to the tower, coming down there. You could find a way to get there without like feeling like we're gonna intercept a person, but like checking there to see if you see her before like checking the main chamber, which I think would probably not be your first.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go try and see if I can find her there then.
Yep.
Just figure out
So you
if I
follow
know where they are.
You follow the corridor and go around a few corners, and then find this sort of like ante-chamber that will lead up into the tower. And you can already see the back of a person. A very, very tall, like almost as woman with very long gray hair and in very like very nice but warm robes. And as you enter, I think she does hear you and turns around, and you all see a very old, half orcish woman with very grizzled face. Like one of the tusks is a bit broken off there, and probably just hasn't been fixed in any way and has just been like left to grow as it pleases. And you can see, those of you who are pretty insightful can see that she has a lot of like laugh marks of a woman who smiles a lot. And I think she turns around, sees you all, and places down the what would it be? Like probably like a bucket or something where you had like utensils in there for like keeping the fire alive, that she then puts down and reaches for a what probably works as a walking staff, but might also be used for self-defense. On which she heavily leans and then just like cocks her head. Well, I am not entirely sure I've seen most of the faces around, and yours not in quite a while. How the hell did you get into our town?
Yeah, I'll just step forward a little. I'm sorry for the intrusion. We managed to get our way in town after we were informed that there may have been some issues going on here, some sort of murder, serial killer potentially. We were traveling here anyway. We've been on the road for a few days, and we saw a number of individuals being turned back and turned away, and heard what had happened. And well, I have a little bit of personal stake in making sure that this town and its people are all right, so I thought I would volunteer myself and my compatriots here to potentially help.
By illegally sneaking into the city, I suppose?
Well, yes, I guess if the people in charge found out that we had snuck in here, then we would likely be in trouble. But I also, again, felt it might be necessary in the circumstances.
And she kind of quickly like whips the staff forward, and you get like bonked on the top of your head. Sometimes those with the heart in the right place do make very stupid choices.
Well, yes, how else are we supposed to learn?
Well, that is... See, you have learned. What of your companions?
I don't learn.
I understand why you would care for the sake of our town. I have never seen either of you around here.
Just hold out a hand to the other two so they can introduce themselves.
Turning back seemed suicidal anyway, so here we are.
Pragmatic.
I'm always interested in witnessing the peculiarities in the cycle of life and death on the surface?
I don't think I've seen one of you druids in quite a long time. Might give us an interesting perspective, I suppose. Well, then you decided, let's infiltrate the locked off town and become investigators? Then, or...
If it is locked down, why is there a hole in your fence?
See, that is a question that you would have to pose to Captain Sorengale. However, the poor person should not be bothered with any more issues, as it were. Well, I mean, not that I don't appreciate your first, or maybe not first, but you coming to me, but is there anything you already know, seeing that you are here?
We are aware that the victims are being kept here. We wondered if perhaps taking a look at the bodies might bring some form of enlightenment, a clue of sorts as to who is doing this and why they might target certain people.
Me and Vashina have been doing so for several days at this point, but perhaps a pair or three of fresh eyes might glean some additional knowledge. Sure. It is for the good of our people, and I am tired of not knowing the light in this situation. Come follow me. And she leads you through the building, through the main room, down a pair of staircases at the back of the room that is behind, like the main prayer room, where usually the people who are to be interred are kept and protected from being corrupted and turning into zombies. Before they can be properly put into the ground. And as you, or as she takes you there, she will turn to all of you again, or rather not turn to you, but talk as she goes. And will say, see, as I appreciate, well, at least one phase I know who has shown themselves capable in the past, as well as some perhaps fresh faces in this situation. You are aware that you have breached royal decree, right?
Hard to miss.
The captain of the Sentinels who has been stationed here is rather ambitious. Well, I would say young man, but as he is an elf, I am not entirely sure how true that would be. And if you ask me, he's a bit desperate. Do keep that in mind when you will inevitably meet him. You might be able to use that to your advantage, or he may perhaps use you to his advantage.
Very well. Good to know.
This man wants to return home with credibility, and I am not entirely sure if he cares much where he gets it. Well, we're here. And she knocks her staff on the side of a wooden door that is opened, and you hear like the clatter of metal utensils on the inside. Machina hasn't slept in days. It's better if we announce ourselves. And she leads you around the corner where you see several like cots and these like stone tables. On the stone tables you see 3 white sheets or off-white sheets. And at one of them, currently working, you see the back of an elven woman with very long, dark brown hair, who's rather slim, and like the way she carries herself is rather, or seems rather elegant. But she was definitely just startled and dropped like a scalpel or something like that. And she turns around and looks at you, and I think you can very much see dark eye bags. And this is an elf. She needs like 4 hours of sleep. She's fucking exhausted. And she like takes a moment before she even registers that the Skykeeper isn't alone. And then just like, who the hell are these people? Samara, have I forgotten people again? No,
Yes.
darling, it's fine. And this old orcish woman just gives you the most stern, chastising mother's glare. Like,
I think I just very, very gently just step on Dina's foot a little bit, just as like a don't piss off the old lady. Like,
all right. Who are you? And what are you doing in my morgue?
oh, of course, Lightbearer Cassius Vale. These are my companions
wonderful,
here.
one.
And I'll
Oh,
hold up my hand to the other 2.
and what, pray tell, Samara, are these people doing in my morgue? Honey, I know you have been here for days, but this is not your... If I might remind you. I prefer spending time around corpses. Well, anyway, these young people here are willing to lend their help. I know you do not really care how they got here. That is very fair. I don't very much care for why they're here. Do you have medical experience?
Yes.
I know the living flesh as well as the deceased, and how to see the secrets it holds.
That is a person after my own heart. I'm not entirely sure I believe you. Looking towards Dina after having...
Oh, I got that.
Hmm.
You can test me on it.
Well, be my guest. I've been staring at these corpses for days at this point, and... Beside the obvious, I still have not been able to figure out what happened.
How mysterious
And she just
can
kind
this
of
be?
like points towards the 3 sheets.
I'd love a look.
Alrighty.
It's gonna go ahead and just... I'm just gonna pick the one in the middle.
Or you just all going to one corpse? Everybody
Perfect,
gets
yeah.
their own corpse.
Everyone pick a corpse. I'll take the left
Well-
one.
Okay, so Dina, you pull back the sheet. And did I write that down? I did, and it's somewhere. Where is it?
Take a sheet.
Wow, okay.
Where's
I've
the last
apparently
place?
described the entire lives of these people, but I might have forgotten to write down what they look like.
I mean, there are people.
Alrighty. So you see
Guess they look pretty dead.
Oh yeah, definitely. Dina,
really
you see the corpse of a middle-aged human man who
Human.
appears to obviously be very pale, Lips are kind of bluish, as well as like the face seems to have gone a bit blue. You can see that there's a puncture wound in his carotid artery, and his knuckles are like pretty bruised and like opened, like he's been like in a fight or trying to defend himself. Otherwise pretty run-of-the-mill, like standard human person. Like no features where you're like, oh, that's interesting, like no tattoos or prominent scars. Appears to be a man who has definitely like worked his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Like muscled, lean, that kind of stuff. In the middle, Mohiam, you see a young woman, maybe like early 20s. Half-elven woman with long blonde hair, pretty well built, like she worked out a lot and did like physical work. And same thing, lips kind of went blue, no wound in the neck though, but looking at the corpse you can see a similar singular puncture wound in the inner thigh. And she's got like several broken fingernails that are just ripped off basically. And there's scratch marks all over her throat. And Cassius, you see... Oh no, wait, sorry. I think I just confused two people. Mohiam, you also, you find more than just broken off fingernails. You, not only are fingernails broken off, some of the fingers appear to be broken. One of her shoulders is definitely dislocated. So it looks like this person really got into a fight. And Cassius, you find a young, maybe like just off age, human woman. Like mid-length, wavy hair, like same like facial features, like blue lips, also a wound in the carotid, broken fingernails, scratch marks, but otherwise, yeah, just looks like a young woman.
So a puncture wound, although one of them was to the thigh, so they likely would have sorry, this is me going into like my mum watches a lot of CSI and like shit like that. So if they were, the person who was stabbed in the thigh would probably have bled out, as opposed to potentially bleeding out or maybe suffocating, depending on how bad the carotid was hit. But either way, they all looked like they fought back in some way and went through a struggle. Which is interesting if we piece that together with where they were potentially found. Because that might clue you in as to whether they knew who their attacker was or not. Yeah, interesting. Okay, sorry, that's just my little out of game.
Yeah.
Okay. And they,
yeah.
sorry, they don't look like really that familiar to each other. Like,
No.
Like not really like. There's
It's
no
not like,
obvious
okay,
like.
yeah.
Same
Not the classic
hair color. Yeah.
serial killer of like, yeah, we're going just for blondes or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
like no
Interesting.
visual features. You've got 2 humans, like one middle-aged guy, one just maybe like 17, 18 young human woman, and like early 20s half elf.
Yeah. Okay.
If you ask about them, the 2 ladies here will tell you that the guy is called Rix, and he's an ash sweeper who mostly kept to himself. The human girl, like who's just like maybe 18, is called Larissa Lionsteel, and she's the daughter of one of the tavern owners. And the half-elven lady with the like severe wounds and a pretty good build is a cross guard, and her name is Janora Venford.
That'll
And
be
you
the
can-
one that our friend
Exactly.
Feyre found, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's her friend or some or acquaintance in the guard.
Yeah. Like of course you can take a look at the corpses, but while we're at it, I think they'll also tell you that Rix was found in the southern part of town in the back of one of the livery, where the horses are kept. Down there. I think I'll just ping you for the other one. So like, that would be down here.
Mm-hmm.
Larissa was found somewhere around here. Oops. Oh god.
No, that was me. That was
Oh
me.
yeah,
Don't
that's
worry.
good. That's good. Then you can also like put one here if you like.
Okay.
I thought I did that. I was confused. And oops. The guard was found sort of like over here. Yeah, that's kind of the basic thing that they know, or the basic things they know about like crime scene and who these people were.
Interesting. Okay. So we can probably, I mean, probably rule out at the very least like a hate crime kind of thing, like if they were just killing humans, unless the other person looks like pretty human for someone who's partly elf. But yeah,
Half-elf.
again,
Not
half-elf,
quarter
yeah.
elf.
Yeah, so that's probably not like some kind of hate crime, or they're only trying to take out people that look human. Were they found with anything on them? Like, did they look like they had been robbed of their possessions?
No. Because what they do know is that the cross guard, Janora, was on her shift, and
Okay.
she was found with most of what she had on her. Give me a second that I don't forget anything. Yeah. Like, the families have not reported of like, oh no, my family heirloom, it's gone. Like, not that sort of thing.
Okay. So has to be premeditated at this point. You don't accidentally have 3 people killed in a fairly similar fashion without any motivation for having their like if no one's taking their stuff, it's like it's not like a robbery gone wrong. So was the guard the last person to be killed?
Mm. No. The man, Rix, was the first, she was second, and the tavern daughter, Larissa, was the third.
Interesting. Like, so you might have someone who, again, they're like not part of the same organization either, so it's probably not a vendetta against like a specific group of people or organization, because they don't all work for the same people. Like Ashweepers are like pretty well respected, right? Because like they do a really fucking good job here. Like, so unless you're just like a person who's like randomly just killing for the fun of it, it can't be because of the job that they're doing.
Yeah, it's basically like if we were really appreciative of the people who collect our.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. And my brain is doing.
Have you been able to determine if these victims have been found with any degree of exsanguination upon discovery?
That is the thing. They are all fairly exsanguinated. There have not been many traces of blood in their bodies, but it does not seem to be the cause of death. My theory is that, see, and she points at like the lips. I think these people have all died of asphyxiation. However, there are no traces of ropes, fingerprints. You can clearly see, and she points at where Larissa has all these like scratch marks from her fingernails. They try to claw at their throats, but nothing actually choked them. And either during that process or after, someone drained them of their blood. But I cannot, for the life of me, understand what made them choke. And you can see, like, this very strange, like, interest in this elven woman's eyes.
No.
Made the differentiation between living person and this is now a science project.
Yeah.
Just to make sure though, the puncture wound is only one puncture wound and it's not like a vampire with a straw situation.
No! It is one.
Just making sure because it's you.
Vampire.
How big are the puncture wounds? Are they all pretty uniform as well? Like, could it maybe have been the same weapon that did all three of them?
Mayhaps.
Or perhaps a proboscis?
Yeah, or a proboscis or something, like if it's a creature.
Which brings me to the next point.
Yeah, it's like definitely, I would assume, like your index finger size thick. So like a lot of blood came out there.
Someone poked them to death.
Yeah.
Finger of death, quite literally.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
A pretty big straw, you know.
Yeah. Has there been any like a tox screening? Like, do we know if there was like a poison or
funny
any
that
other
you mentioned that because I was about to do a thing.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Go for it.
Like,
go for it.
Machina will say that she has not found anything. Like, I'm not an expert on poisons or whatever of that. We usually have incidents out in the fields, or we have to deal with travelers who have been hurt. I do not often get murders. Especially not this kind of situation. So if you happen to be more versed in those matters and do want to prove me you are medically trained.
I have been given to understand that what is about to happen may be cause for alarm for some people. Please do not be concerned. Following that, Muhim will immediately shudder for a few moments, and a few small puffs of spores will suddenly just emerge from around them and start to just circle around the corpse for a little bit as I cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Nice.
Right.
The other two, you see that Samara, the Skykeeper who Cassius would know, her first name is Samara, like raises an eyebrow and just watches, while Vashina is just like locked in and just like fascinated and staring. Detect poison and disease. I think that just gives you like 1 if it's more, and just right.
For the duration, I can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of me. I also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
Nice.
Alrighty. Then let me. Yeah. I think with the help of your spell, you find like somewhere, probably like beneath a tongue, the residue of something spongy. And you detect a very, very specific and rare type of fungal poison
Well,
that, more in the sense of its mythology and its history, most of you will have heard of. But you also, I think Mohiam, with your like reclusive history, you don't know the history about it, but more of what it is. You can
Excellent.
find remnants of the poison from a mushroom that is in the Toplands referred to as the Tyrant's Reverie.
okay. Well,
And it's a type of lichen that causes terrible hallucinations and panic attacks. That if you consume too much of it, will result in such intense, like such intense hyperventilation that people are known to suffocate from their panic attacks.
Interesting.
and
Do you
we
share
know
that
the
info?
history?
Yeah, that's just what I'm asking. Like, I'll let you guys do what you do, and then give you more info.
Yeah, no, I just very clinically and in exact detail describe the fungal nature of the substance and what it does to a body, to a person.
Yeah, and I think that is most it. Like, you
Good.
don't know the name of it, but you know what it does, and you guys hearing what it does will remind you of a story that is very much known throughout the lands. This thing got its name from the terrible tyrant who ruled this land before hero Hail Alexander liberated this place, because he liked using this type of lichen on his victims and people he held captive, because he enjoyed torturing them with it and then letting these effects subside and doing it again to get information from them, just out of pure like sadism. Like, there's different theories and stories of it, but this is what he liked doing with people he had captured, and that's how it got its name.
So
But
this
if you
is...
don't stop ingesting it, then obviously the effects don't ebb away, don't stop, and you might die.
And this is not. Is this a substance that's like pretty easy to get a hold of?
No.
No.
Like, for you two, hearing that, it's more like the stuff of legend.
Yeah.
Of like, you know
Okay.
this thing exists somewhere, but like people haven't really seen it or used it or heard of it in ages, then it's mostly referred to or connected to the story. Muhim, if you like, you could make a nature check
Sure
to
thing.
see if you remember how like attainable this.
22.
Nice. This is rare shit. Like, even without the legendary aspect of it all, this isn't something you find in every, like, forest where you're like, oh, you have to be really careful, don't eat that. It's only very, few, like, spaces or, areas in the domain where you can get this, and then there's also always the added factor of, like, what is the risk of trying to get this stuff that is, like, only in the certain place where there might be, chaos and death waiting for you.
Just for the record, do I know whether it has to be specifically ingested, or is it also just a contact? Like,
Ingested. Like,
okay.
you have to eat this stuff, basically, in some
Because
way,
in
shape, or
that
form.
case, as soon as like we would have detected that, they would have also just like pulled it out of there. Like get a proper look at it.
Yeah.
Because this is cool stuff.
Yeah, like you get this white, bluish kind of little bit of like spongy mushroom stuff.
As far as we're aware, the three people, they didn't know each other, right? They didn't have any like major connections or anything.
I think that like Vashina will be like, I don't interact with most of these people, and the Skykeeper will hesitate but say, this is a town full of gossips, so instead of taking my word for it of what I might have heard from one person or another, I think it might be best if you yourself went and try to find out anything about them.
Yes, I think perhaps speaking to maybe family, friends, and anyone who might have an idea if either of these people here were connected or traveled in the same circles. Given this substance, I mean, it would be difficult to have someone ingest this without purposely hiding it in a way, I imagine. So either they took it themselves, which seems extremely unlikely, or someone poisoned them beforehand and then stabbed them. Strange.
The combination of rare poisonous substance and subsequent post-mortem exsanguination does seem peculiar.
Might have potentially been a way to subdue the victim, but it also looks like they fought back potentially, unless the injuries are from the sheer exertion of trying not to succumb to this toxin.
It is all a bit difficult to say. I think you now understand why we've been having such difficulties.
Yes, indeed.
As for the family, well, Larissa does have her parents at the tavern. As we said, Rix is a loner, so perhaps one of his colleagues, and the same may go for, Genora. I can give you some information where they live, if you want to look into that, but as I said, do be mindful of your presence around town, and, well, the people do love nothing more than to gossip, so your knowledge or your presence will very likely be known soon. But perhaps you might also find some information that is viable. As we all know, there's always a bit of truth in rumors and gossip. And thank you for your expertise, elven friend. That is...
It's all there to be shared.
Well, I did not expect the stuff of legends to be shared as the cause of death for these poor people. So, does not bode well, especially not in our town. Well, is there anything else I can help you with?
Don't look like it.
Perhaps we should try to speak to family, friends, etc. See if maybe we can find out a little more information. Maybe frequent the places that they were hanging around usually. Maybe even investigate the specific places where the bodies were found.
All sound like wise ideas. If you do find anything, let me know. Our town and these people do not deserve such a tragedy. The world is dark enough, so let us try to make it a bit brighter.
I think Cassius instinctively flares the lantern they hold just a tiny little bit. That is generally what I'm here to do.
She bonks your lantern a little with the staff. Well then, I think, Vagina, you have finally reason to take a nap, which you should take. And she kind of also bonks her a bit on the shoulder with the stick and then points towards the stairs. Leads you back up, and as you go up, you can already hear what sound like steps on the stone floor. And as you come up, you can see a young girl who comes rushing in your direction. And where are you?
And then she stabs us all in the neck.
And murders you.
Well, one of us in the thigh.
Yeah, but she's tiny, that's why she can only reach that.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Which does remind me that
Killers was a halfling.
that I actually forgot to do a thing while we were still doing the investigating. I guess could I make a medicine check to see whether these, well, stab or puncture wounds are, well, actual stabs or perhaps stings from a large insect?
Yeah. You can do medicine or nature if you're trying to see if
That's
it's
definitely
like an animal thing.
Actually, that's a good point. Do we know of if there are any creatures in the local area that would be known for drinking human blood or something weird like that, or even just if it's like a rumor?
Sure, make a nature check. Or history if you're okay, have I heard anything?
Yeah, that was another 22.
Damn.
Nice.
I think with the 22, I think animals always leave a certain type of residue. As opposed to if it's clinical. And I think you do not find such residue. This seems clean and surgical. Someone took some metal tool and used that. You don't think it was an animal. It's also too too steady for that. An animal would have maybe clawed and kept the person still, with some marks being left behind. So you can, I think with that roll, be fairly certain that this was a humanoid. Yeah.
All right.
Even more interesting.
What did you get, Asa?
I rolled a 9 history.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
You're
fine.
not sure if you heard anything. Like, there might have been stories, but those might have also been, like, romance novels. You're not entirely sure.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Sorry, another question.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
This tyrant guy, who was known for using the stuff to torture people, you specifically said that he got enjoyment from like watching people die because of this stuff. Like, he wasn't known for like poisoning people and then insanguinating them.
Nope. He either killed like bigger rivals like this, and also publicly. Mostly, he got the joy out of just torturing people like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like there's no like stories about him like enjoying like a la Elizabeth Bathory like bloodbaths of sorts. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting. I'm just like, okay, so like maybe it's like someone who like really, really likes this guy and like is trying to like venerate them, but then it's like not really the same as the way he would kill people. So
You know how
yeah.
copycats work? They like to put
Yeah,
their
I
own spin
know.
on stuff.
Maybe that's why I'm like, maybe
Pizzazz.
it could be a copycat killer.
Yeah.
It could be that,
Yeah.
or maybe somebody trying to deliberately obfuscate with the legend.
Yeah, could be. It's a weird thing. You have two separate ways that they technically could have been killed, but it seems like they died because of asphyxiation. So then it's like, why are you draining their blood after? I mean, maybe it's someone who's wanting. Maybe it's the lady. Maybe it's the physician lady, and she wants to experiment. She's like super eager. No, I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Anyway,
You see this little girl, like maybe 10, ragged clothes, covered in ash, and like messy and dirty hair, and just comes like running in, and she's shouting, Samara, Samara, and then she sees all of you and just kind of like comes to a halt, like in a car, and just like stares at you and just,
You were
kind of
talking.
looks at Samara, and then looks at you, and is now unsure whether she should keep talking. Oh, Libby. What are you doing here, girl? Right. Sorry, I was just confused about your, hello?
Hi.
Samara, the... She kind of needs a moment to, like, get back into what she was actually trying to say, because she doesn't expect you guys. Can we stay here again, maybe tonight? Like, the storm has passed, but, like, I'm not sure if it's, like, you know, not coming back or anything. Oh, of course. Libby, you know I prefer if you and your group stay here instead of trying to find places that are not safe for you to be safe. Oh, yeah, I know, but, you know, we still gotta ask, and, you know, Senator's kind of too proud to ask. I know, but you can tell her it's fine if you stay here tonight, alright? And then she kind of, like, pats her on the shoulder and basically shoos her off, like, look, go. And, yeah, the, half-orc woman kind of comes to a stop next to you and just... So many children in this town. We need to stop these murders.
yes.
You know, there's gonna be more of these poor orphans.
Let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, I best go look after the fire now and make sure everything is set. If the captain appears to be too much of a nuisance, do feel free to just say I let you into town. He might be ambitious, but he's no fool.
Very well. I think that might give us a little bit of protection of some sorts, should anyone come asking about our presence. But yeah, we'll try to keep a low profile as best we can.
Yes, that second part. How about you all share a bit of your light? And she shoos you out with the stick.
Get.
Yeah. And yeah, you are left in the grounds of the chapel to your own devices.
Okay. Which of the people do we want to go for first? Do we want to look for? Do we want to speak to family members? Do we want to go ahead and I was just gonna put an initial or something on the map, so that because I realized that there's no point looking at 3 green dots because I don't know what they represent. So where?
I know.
Which dot was it for each person?
This one down here in the livery is for Rix.
Yeah.
For the ass sweeper. Larissa was found over here.
Just put an L.
And Janora on the other side.
Could just go by what's closest and then move our way across the southern end.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to look for the if we want to take a look at the crime scene, so to speak, first, and
That's
then
also-
maybe go speak to families or something.
I'm having a hunch about which tavern Larissa's parents are at, considering the name. So that's also in the south. On the Lion's
Oh right,
Rest.
yeah, that makes sense. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh shit!
I don't know.
Yeah,
How might this family have gotten to the name of tavern?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, do we want to just go move down here and then across to the? Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with Larissa first.
Okay. Are we still being sneaky?
We're trying to.
It depends how well we roll.
Now we have permission, right?
That's why I'm asking. Are you just
That's why
saying
it's
fuck
look,
it if we
can do what I
get
want.
approached by guards? That's what it is, or
Yeah, I think we should still probably try and keep it low key. Because if we just go marching around the place, being like, the Skykeeper said we could be here, it's like, well, the Skykeeper doesn't fucking rule everything. So
nope.
Yeah, I think we should still try and keep it low key. Try and stay out of trouble. We'll probably get things done faster if we also don't keep getting apprehended by guards every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like
Very
the
true.
Alrighty.
fucking little eyeball gets a little bigger, and you're like, no.
The stars on your GTA
Yes.
just keep stacking.
Wanted posters everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Please give me some stealth checks again. You do have to cross one of the major streets, so the DC will be a bit higher.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if we fuck this up, then we're not moving stealthily anymore. So let's. Oh, I got the same as last time.
12.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Natural 20 for
Oh.
23.
You are surprisingly sneaky as you pass the relatively busy main street.
We blend in.
Yeah, you blend in pretty well. Nobody
Yes.
really takes notice of you. Awesome. So you can make your way down
Which is-
to the south.
Wild, considering one of us is a fucking dragon person, and another one of us is covered in mushrooms.
Yeah,
The
it's
dragon
fine.
person might just be mistaken for another dragon person in similar clothing. And apparently the mushroom blends really well.
Yeah.
Like this
I'll
is
dim-
such a
dim the
melting
lantern.
pot. Yeah.
Hold the HUD up.
Um,
Like,
I think weird people can get through here, or they become like the talk of the town for weeks. Because this is what like many of the locals here spent their pastime with, of like gossiping about like newcomers and travelers who come
they're
through
just
here.
people watching the whole time.
Yeah, people
aren't
watching
they?
the entire fucking time.
Living on the main street.
Guess why there's 4 places to leave your horses? Not because it's
Yeah.
convenient. Okay, so you walk down the and get to the place where they found Larissa. Which is... Yeah. So basically she was just found in a back alley. So yeah, that's kind of the what was described to you, like close to the meat shop that is around the corner, and yeah, you find the alley where it was like supposedly had happened, or where she was found at the very least. What do
Were
you
we
wanna do?
told how much time passed between each killing?
Several days.
Okay.
Like this has been like 2 weeks ish, and then like several days between each of them.
It's not just some dude running down the street with a knife, just being like,
Yeah, not a speed run.
yeah, like they must have been planned so meticulously. Just from if they were just stabbed, then I could maybe see that it was just a person who like went out with a knife and was just like find a person and then follow them. But it's like poison them first and then like getting a guard when they're like on their shift and stuff like that is like crazy.
If you like, you can all give me investigation or perception checks to like look around this alley.
Perception. 15.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look. Can I use my cantrip to do anything interesting? No, because I don't want to disturb. I don't want to like start messing with stuff in case I disturb any evidence. So yeah, I'll just Oh, that's really good. Perception is a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That for some reason took way longer to process than it should have been. That's 18 for perception.
Okay. Mohiam and Dina, I think what strikes you the most is what isn't here. Nothing looks like there was a disturbance, like there was a fight, like anything at all was disturbed. Like there's some leftover like wooden boxes or some trash that has been just left here from the houses around. And like nothing of that looks like, okay, things have been disturbed or someone was pushed against there, and like there must have been some sort of like altercation. There's no traces of that. So it's like
could
a
have been cleaned up.
run-of-the-mill alley or cleanup job.
Or
However,
this
yes?
is a drop-off location.
might be. Cassius, you find minuscule traces of blood. that lead towards the east.
Sort of maybe in the direction of what I assume is the meat shop.
If you follow the traces, you will find with that 23 once and again. And they end at the square that is in front of the Cut and Dry, the local meat shop. If you like, you can make a history check to see if you remember anything about the shop, or if there is anything to remember about the shop.
Historically, this has gone really well for me, so with my +1.
Historically, you say.
Again, Christy, you've got no one to blame but yourself. This is the dragon dice that I keep rolling.
Oh,
that's
well.
a nat 20. That's a
Great.
21 total.
The Cut and Dry meat shop has been here for quite a long time, and you very well know, as well as many of the other locals here, it is a front that is being used by the local criminal network, who are known to force people to pay protection money, and that sort of way of paying taxes to support the lesser the less fortunate community in Hales Crossing.
But they're not like known for doing like hired hits on people and stuff like that.
This is like usually a group of like extortion, there's many stories of them kind of like pressuring like traveling merchants into like giving them part of their cut for protecting them from evil people and other travelers who maybe want to like take their stuff away from them. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Well, there appears to be a somewhat loose trail of blood that leads from this alleyway towards in the direction of this place, and I'm somewhat aware that it is a front for a small criminal organization that work out of here, but they're not really known for murder and assassinations, so to speak. Could be that someone has gone rogue. You'll excuse the pun. But perhaps also maybe purposely trying to frame. Would not be out of the question for a criminal organization to, well, commit crime.
Any chance Larissa was connected to them in any way?
I mean, so we aside from the fact that their parents own the tavern, there's nothing else that we got. There's nothing else that we got from speaking to the other two that she was like super known for being associated with crime or anything. Like she didn't work here at this place or anything like that.
You just got the basics.
Yeah.
For everything else, you might have to dig deeper into these people.
Yeah. I suppose this would be a going to speak to the family to see what she was doing, kind of thing. Okay. Sorry, what time of day is it roughly?
2 p.m. at this point.
Okay. Does the meat shop look busy?
Ding ding ding.
I think it appears to be busy.
Yeah, it's that thing, right, where you walk into like a sandwich shop and it's the same 3 guys that are just there every single day without fail, reading a newspaper, never buying anything, and you're like, think I just walked into a front for like the mafia or something.
Yeah.
Like, okay. See, like now this is the point where it starts getting like dangerous, because now we're like, do we want to sneak into this place that is a front for a criminal gang?
I mean, absolutely. Yes. Ah!
I think Cassius very much wants to go and check the other places to see if there's similar indication of like blood or like anything else, like, because like this could have been a cleanup job, but if it is, they didn't do a very good job of it, because there's blood that leads straight towards this place. Again, unless it's a frame, we won't know until we find out more, right? So unless the other two are super desperate to go and infiltrate this place, yeah, I would just suggest go take a look at the other crime scene.
Yes.
Alrighty, where are you going?
First.
So to
Go west.
delivery. Okay.
Yeah,
You
to find
keep-
bricks.
You give me another stealth check.
Ah, fuck.
DC's lower again because we're.
That's nothing.
Okay.
4?
15.
Back to 13.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Well,
Okay.
But he rolled a 10 and rolled a 20 and then a 10 again.
It's okay. Luna cleared you.
Okay.
Barely. 13 is the DC for moving around the town.
Lucky number 13.
Yeah. Okay. So you keep moving, and I think Dina, you notice like maybe like a passerby looking towards you, and then you disappear behind Cassius and Mohiam, who are both much taller than you, and that kind of draws away the attention, so that you can circle around and get to basically the back of the livery, where you can see there's not like many horses at the moment, like maybe 2 or 3, who've also been restricted to one half of the stable grounds. Like they've got this place where they can actually like move around a bit here. Seems like Haze Crossing has actually put effort into making sure like the horses are actually kept well here, since this is like one of their main businesses. But it's definitely like you can see where it was secluded off, from where probably like the corpse was found, so the horses don't fuck it up any more than they might have already. And yeah, for the moment there are no, because of your roles, there's no stable hands or anything who are doing their jobs out here, so you might be able to take a look. Again, if you like, perception or investigation.
I can do math, no problem. 13.
15.
19.
Nice. Okay, looking around, I think you start to look at this like mini paddock situation, and your eyes do fall on the horses that are closest to here, and you can see that one of them seems to be hurt. There is a relatively large bruise and a cut on like on the flank, like one of the hind legs of one of the horses, so it kind of limps a little bit. And with the 19, let's see, can I give you? Give me a second.
1.
Okay. There's a ton of footprints in this place, from like workers who go through here. Like there's like from the horses there's prints. What I think with the 19 you do notice that there is one set of footprints that leads the opposite direction. Not towards like the house where obviously the stable hands would go to because it's the shortest way. But it seems that it's those would follow the way that you guys just took. So coming in there from the back.
Interesting. How far can I follow these footsteps before they start to become indistinct?
Up until the point where the stone road starts.
Oh.
With the this criminal group that are known for like extorting like people and stuff, would it be feasible that they might have one or more of these stables kind of working for them or under their kind of, given that, you know, any merchant who's coming in is probably going to need a horse or is going to need their horse looked after? It would be a perfect way to immediately find a bunch of people that are coming in and then start extorting them if your stables and liveries are all connected with your you know, underground crime syndicate or whatever.
You rolled a nat 20, right? For the was that a nat 20 for the info on the criminal group?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think this
Yes,
is a cool
yeah.
and feasible idea, and you roll a nat 20, so and it makes sense. So I think they like to switch it up, so like it's never the same place that gets extorted for several years. It's more like, okay, we're gonna switch it. We're gonna leave you do your job now. We're gonna focus on this other group now. So they're moving their focus around. So none of these livery owners would get any ideas.
Okay. Do we want to go ahead and take a look at the other crime scene? Kind of get a feeling like after we look at the third crime scene, depending on what turns up, we might be heading back towards this this meat shop.
We can also
Maybe.
go to the tavern and ask about Larissa's background more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna be over in that direction anyway, we can take a look at the other crime scene and then like move over to ask about that on the way back.
Is my head just playing tricks on me, or are the distances between the three locations pretty equal? Like from Larissa to Rick's and then to whatever her name was? Or is that just a coincidence?
I don't know, I put them on the map, so like, I don't know. I don't know if that has any bearing on it.
Because what I'm thinking is, if this is just the beginning, that sure looks like the beginning of a circle.
Yeah, it's gonna go around and start targeting each different section. Yeah, is the town actually like technically split into little sections like that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, the south is a bit, like especially the southern south is very much like a more rundown part.
Yeah.
And the top left area is the more fancy district. That is where you find the Lady Mayor's house, where the barracks for the guard are. Yeah.
And in the middle...
So the upper half is... You know what? Give me a history check. gonna be a tough one.
+0. 11.
No idea.
But what I do
But
know
it's
is that there is a
interesting.
statue in the middle of this town.
Mm.
That's a memorial
Mm.
to someone the tyrant and his followers would probably not like.
Ooh,
Just a
don't
thought.
like that. Don't like that.
I mean, you would. The idea that this is happening in the poorer sort of district of town as well. Obviously, it's caused a scene, but like also you would probably expect a lot of people who were going to do like a serial killing would start with the poorer parts of town, and maybe people who aren't like as well known or who like wouldn't be missed, but the fact that it's like a member of the guard, someone who is like the daughter of one of the big taverns, and then an ash sweeper who are generally pretty well respected. Like it's kind of like it's just kind of weird because it doesn't feel like this is someone who's experimenting and they're like killing for the first time. I think you're on the realm of this could be some weird ritualistic shit that they're going to continue on around the whole rest of the town to either do something or send a message or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the kind of vibe I'm getting?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with that because it doesn't... Yeah. Because they're not just killing random people that no one cares about, right? Like, it's...
Well, let's look at that last location, I guess.
Yeah.
Crime scene first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we draw
Alrighty.
attention to ourselves via talking to
Yeah.
people.
Well, you do have to cross one of the streets again, so the stealth check will be a bit more difficult.
This dice is going to let me down eventually, but...
And down the only road we've ever known.
Alright. Mine just like me again. 18.
16.
21.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So once again, you cross the street, heartbeats raise, and you feel like one or two people might look your way, but they also seem to very much all be busy and focused on the big talk of town, and when can we leave, and all of that stuff. So you keep going, and you find yourself in a now, I called the place where you found Larissa an alleyway. It was a bigger street. This is a cliche alleyway. Very, very slim, dark. You've got like shabbled, broken down houses. And this does actually look like a crime scene. Like
Fun.
all the trash and the remaining stuff that lies around is in shadow. I think even without being very perceptive, all of you can ascertain that a fight happened here. And I again offer all of you to make either of those two checks, investigation or perception.
$17 perception.
23.
23.
Perception.
That is very good. Okay, I think definitely with the 23, or I'll wait for Luna to make the check to see if she gets anything even bigger. Perception or investigation?
don't think I'm gonna perceive much this time with a 10.
Okay. Yeah. So you just watch all of this this chaos and are a bit overwhelmed with finding where you want to start. Cassius, and Dina, you notice that there's a lot of like slashing marks here, like swords where like kind of hit and then bounced off of walls and left scratch marks in like the wood of the backs of buildings. And what I think, Cassius, what you notice is that it looks a bit too uniform. The marks appear to be all from the same weapon. And what you both notice is also you saw Genoro's body, like dislocated shoulder, definitely like broken fingers. This was a bad fight. And there's definitely not enough blood here to fit what you saw on the body. And I think, Cassius, you also know that the guards around here either use spears so that they can put lanterns on them and then double as a lantern in the night, or they're using like shorter like daggers or something for like close range stuff if something happens. They're not very common, like they don't commonly wear swords, and these all appear to be classic like slashing marks. So not enough blood, doesn't really fit the weapon type, appears to be like the same weapon for all of the scratches and the damage that was done here.
Someone's setting it up, and she must have been killed somewhere else. Why? Why would you do that? Okay, that's interesting. There's still the big question of where is their blood? Where is all of their blood?
Where is the blood?
All of them have been exsanguinated, and it's like regardless of the way we believe they've been killed, it's like this person put up a fight and then someone dumped her here and made it look like there was a fight but didn't do it convincingly enough. Gotta find out where she was actually killed. Is there any trace of someone like dragging something heavy, or like maybe like a little bit of blood like swiped across the side of a building or something where they've like carried her and been a little careless?
I wish I was Fanon still.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, that would make things so much easier, wouldn't it? Let me check.
Like, being a monk is really cool, but like I can't punch my way through an investigation like this. I'm like, maybe if I was Cobalt Soul, but
I was gonna say Oregon could.
Give me another investigation check, because this is like highly specific.
Can I assist?
I
If you like.
will, if I can, use my elementalism to try and like create a little bit of a breeze, or kind of like manipulate some of the like the dust and stuff around to kind of, if I'm looking for like scratch marks or like blood or something like that, to try and see if I can make the area like a little bit easier for me to identify like really minute details.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I can make the roll with advantage.
Yeah.
I'll help you
With that,
either way.
between that and Dina's help, sure.
And I
Give me
can
advantage.
see in darkness, so maybe
Oh, that's
details
fine.
you point out I could have a closer look at.
Oh, that's right. Dragonborn don't actually have. No, we do have dark vision now. That's good.
I was about to say they
Everyone
do, I
gets
think.
dark vision. You get
Yeah.
dark vision. You get dark vision.
Literally everyone has dark vision now, so that's good. Okay, cool. Then I will make an investigation check. It's gonna be +1. Okay, well the first one's a natural 1. So
Okay.
let's roll the other dice and see.
Can
The dragon
only
I told
get
you the fucking dragon dice was gonna
better.
betray me eventually. Come on, come on. Fuck! It's a 1 and a 2.
Oh, oof,
3 total.
Well.
oof, 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 oof. The dice did not want a shortcut.
Whoa.
Yeah, you look around, but this is like whoever tried to mess this place up did a proper job. Like you can't really trace back where any of the like blood scatters that are about here have come from. And yeah, there might have been enough footwork around here so that any like footprint traces and stuff like that might have just been lost to the weather.
There are still blood splatters and stuff like around.
Yeah, like
And it's quite messy.
100%.
Does someone who has better medicine than me want to check to see if that's actually
I can
half-elf blood?
Certainly.
And it's not
Yeah.
just like someone's like, ah yes, red paint, that'll do.
Ketchup. Nom nom nom.
Yeah.
I'll assist us again. I have a +7 on medicine, so I'll help you.
I mean,
Good.
you could go ahead and roll them because I have +6.
Okay.
I'll assist you.
Oh, if you assist me, that might be more than a 22. No, it's not. 22.
22. How do you test the blood?
I lick it,
Yeah,
obviously.
just do it kindling. Just take it off a branch and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what else?
It doesn't seem to have a distinct half-elf flavor.
Mm-hmm. But it is blood.
What- It's blood. You would assume it's animal blood.
Hmm. Okay.
interesting. I wonder if there's any specific place in this city that we've already visited that might have immediate access to dead animals.
I bet it's the tavern.
Maybe it's the tavern. It's the tavern. Yeah, they always seem shifty.
Uh-huh.
All roads lead back to the butcher shop. Do we want to make house calls or like check the tavern and ask questions, or do we want to just try do like a breaking and entering job?
It feels like all the arrows are pointing, and we could still use this as a no one knows we're here yet, so we'll just do it without drawing
kicking the
more
doors.
attention.
Put our SWAT vests on. No, we're not going to do that. That would be really silly. Sorry, again, I've been watching way too much of the Criminal Minds and whatever bullshit my mom's got on the telly. Yeah, I mean, should we just try and head to the shop?
I mean, all signs point towards it, so
Do we want to wait a little bit until it's? I mean, it's there's whole
darkness
sky
is prime time
shrouded
for
in
them.
ash. Yeah, I was gonna say darkness is prime. Yeah, get them when they least expect it. 8 a.m. just before rush hour. Yeah, I guess we'll head there then, right? Try and be healthy about it.
Okay. Then give me one more stealth check for your journey to the cut and dry.
It will probably not help me if I want to have just a little side glance towards the statue and what that looks like. Not
Yeah,
to
sure.
go there, but while we're crossing the road, I want to...
I mean, you can't really run across the road. Suspicious as fuck, so you get a moment to look over there. So you can make a perception check along with the stealth check.
Okay. 25 for perception.
Yeesh.
And I'm immediately paying for it With a 7 on stealth.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 25 for stealth because I've been checking my stealth modifier wrong and I was using +5 instead of the +7 that I'm supposed to have.
Well, it's a good thing it worked out as well.
Yes, indeed, because my luck has finally run out. I got a hot 8.
Gotcha. Okay. So Dina, as you guys walk across the main street here in the south, you glance to your left and you can see the silhouette of the pretty large statue that is surprisingly clean for the weather conditions. And you see, I mean, that's above 20. Don't ask me how you can see this from like this distance, but you can make out the weathered, but again very clean statue of the hero of this domain, who it is named after, namely Hail Alexander, a tall and relatively slender half-orc man with messy hair, and you see him raising a sword high. And I think the most interesting thing is that he is in super simple, like, peasant's clothes. Yeah. Only if you like, you guys can make history checks to see, like, how much of the story you know, or the legend, if you like. But while you do that, I will also say that while you pass this street, Dina, you do notice that you have caught the attention of some of the locals, as well as 2 people who are in the dark navy blue tabards of the Sentinels. They don't seem to be like immediately running for you, but they've clocked you, and they are aware of your presence.
I got an 11 for history.
Ooh. Okay. +0, but 17.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling in my hood a little further down.
Yeah.
Very casually.
So Cassius, you just remember the thing of like this simple guy who rose up, was chosen by the gods, and then liberated the country from the tyrant, and yeah, basically got turned into a hero, and the king, the enlightened of the country, which was then named after him. Dina, you get the added information that, again, like, Hale stood up against local subjugation in his hometown, which is what made the gods take notice of him. And then they basically picked him off like, yeah, you're our chosen one now. You are born for great things. Liberate your people. And he had the help of... Oh, I need to check. He had 8 trusty companions that he got throughout the time, who are now represented as the Twilight Sentinels. And that is why there's these 8 stars on the tabard. They kind of represent his circle who helped liberate the place. And he's very much a symbol of hope for some people, and there are some who are like quietly awaiting his return to like once again liberate the people from the apex and the volcano. Especially since the current enlightened is very much a I'm hiding away in my castle and focusing on the like rebuilding and the of my new capital city, since the old one kind of burned down at the foot of the volcano. And yeah, doing that instead of like helping the poor and figuring out like what the fuck's up in the country.
that happens. Do I want to take bets on the like two of the enlightened being young women, a human and a half elf, or do I not want to take any bets on that?
Feels like a sucker.
Very cool theory that I'm now sad about that I didn't have that.
Well,
but
you can
that,
have it.
I don't think you can trace it back to like the
Okay.
8 people there. Like,
Alright.
sure, different folks, but like I don't think it's that specific. Of like, yeah, okay, half elf woman, human
Mhm.
woman. It's not that specific.
Okay.
But we could maybe
Would have been
have
cool.
we could maybe have 5 more potential killings on the way, though,
Maybe.
based on that. If this is like
If they were just not
something
picky
that is
about.
specifically, yeah, that if it's not specifically for the people, it's just the number of followers this guy had,
Mm.
right? Like that could be a thing. But
Well.
yeah,
Definitely interesting. And we
They're
still
like-
have a very clear connection.
draining the blood out of everyone, and they're using it in some kind of ritual.
Look, if I was
That's
them,
what I would do.
I would make the statue bleed.
Well, yeah. Again, it's if this is someone who's like anti, Hail Alexander, and they wanted to be like, yeah, let's like fuck everything up. Like the first thing you do is like desecrate the image of your opposition, right? Like, yeah, like maybe it's like they're planning to do all these murders, stir up a whole bunch of like, panic and doubt and all this kind of stuff, and just make it so it's super confusing. And then once they've killed all the people they're planning to kill, they're gonna just be like, yeah, we have a bunch of blood now, so let's use it in some fucked up ritual and like, destroy this guy's statue or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It could be anything. It could be anything.
We're gonna find out when we kick in the door with our SWAT team.
Yeah, obviously our SWAT team, our 3-person SWAT team.
Yeah. Okay, so you clocked that you were clocked,
Mhm.
and you slink back into the safety of the tight alleys, and move towards the meat shop.
The meat
And I
cute.
think at that point it's like 3 p.m. What are you gonna do? It still looks like there's a lot of people in there, even though you don't see many go in and out. But there's definitely like... shit's busy. But not with
Can
customers,
I-
I guess?
Can I make a quick, look, can I give a look over just the premises as a whole, or just kind of like the surroundings to see, is there like a sentry or someone who's like keeping an eye, like on a street corner or anything? Is there anyone that looks suspicious, like around here, sort of keeping watch?
Perception.
Oh, you fucked me up last time, Dragon Dice, so I'm using the other one.
That's a mistake.
I know, but it's whatever. Fine. Okay, that's a 15.
15. I think you can see that on occasion there are people passing by the windows. Definitely like looking outside, and maybe also on the like upper floor. But I don't think you can see any positioned sentries. In general, you've got as you can see on the map, a square building, several windows, I think a back door probably, where you can get like rid of residue and all of that stuff, and and like a second floor,
So it
With
is
probably-
like two stories.
yeah, it's a 2-story building, and there's like just realistic. Oh no, wait. In this world, you don't have balconies. That seems inconvenient. So yeah, probably
I
just,
just
like
sun
a,
myself.
yeah. That seems stupid. So yeah, several windows on both floors, and a back door, and the front with like a a relatively large like window front, as you know, cliche store front.
Nice.
Well, Lannon, it's your favorite.
I get a kick
We
in the
get
door.
to go through the back door.
Nice.
I mean, I'm assuming, or are we gonna go? Are we gonna like just walk in? It seems really stupid for us to just walk in there, right?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, have you been doing any murder recently?
May I speak to the manager?
And
Yeah.
barging in through the back door is safer?
No, I mean, I was gonna suggest we try and sneak into the back door and just see if there's like a basement or something, or like. I mean, again, realistically, if we just walk in there and we're like, "Hey, man, have you seen anything weird going on recently? These murders, kind of crazy, right?" Like,
There's blood outside your
most
door.
people
What the
know
fuck?
that this is the place that's like has a bunch of criminals hanging around in it. It would be weird to be like, "Whoa, crazy! All of this stuff that's happening." Yeah, no, we're investigating the case. We basically came here first. You're obviously top of our list because you're all criminals. Like, we're gonna get beaten up.
Did you just assume we're at fault just because we're criminals?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would suggest seeing if we can get in there without going in the front. Really. Like, seeing if we can get in, if there is like a basement or something, maybe, I don't know. But again, Cassius is like he doesn't know how to pick locks, he doesn't know how to do any of this shit, like he doesn't really do kicking and entering. So
maybe it's just open.
This is me speaking. So I'm like, yeah. I don't know. What do we think?
I think you're correct, but also all I can do is kick him open.
Yeah. I don't suppose anyone has any lock-picking ability.
Afraid I do not.
But that shouldn't stop us.
Yeah, it's fine. We can totally open this. Man, we really need a rogue.
I can multi-class.
I believe there is someone on the other side of this door.
What about
yeah, I don't know.
druid bullshit? Can't you turn into something that can sneak underneath the door? Isn't that something druids do?
It's because I'm a druid. You think I could turn into an animal?
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, basically.
You know how many times I had to Google what sort of senses ants or spiders have?
Well, a spider sense is easy. It's that shit that Tom Holland does.
Yeah.
Just don't call it a tingle.
I'll leave you to plan a way to get inside. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Have fun.
That was DM code for make your fucking minds up.
That's the smallest thing I can turn into.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't have any other way other than, yeah, we just kick the door down, because...
If we sleep, I can look at my spells, but right now I have nothing
Yeah.
useful.
No, again, like, my character is like an old dragon guy, but, like, realistically the only thing he actually can do is punch stuff, or punch stuff with fire, or other elements. So, yeah, I mean, if we want to burn or freeze or whatever the door, sure. Yeah. Could try and
I'm all
use
for knocking their heads in.
elementalism to freeze the lock or something, but I don't know. Or like melt the lock. I don't fucking... we might just walk up and it might be open. We don't fucking know.
Have you tried opening it?
I'm just opening the door. Like, it's always door. It is always doors. Fox Bucketer were right. do love the idea of just walking in and being like, "Is there any crime happening around here recently?"
It would be
Well, it's
funny
not
at least.
sneaky, but I could turn into a giant space hamster.
I mean,
I mean, that would be cool.
there's for sure.
But can you turn
nooks.
into a miniature giant space hamster?
Don't think that has a stat block.
Ah, damn it. I mean, fairness, Boo is super unique, so...
Homebrew?
Well, that could work, and that's also horrifying.
Hmm.
Could turn into a swarm for rot grubs.
I mean,
That would be cool.
Sure.
No one would notice a swarm of rock grubs, right?
No, I mean, they're only like finger-sized maggots.
I mean, if you turned into the swarm and then just moved one of them under the door and left the others on the other side.
Do we want to debate about how quick those move?
Not really, no. You've already given us too much extra time and we're overthinking this, so... yeah, the plan is either we kick the door in or our druid
Maggots.
does druid stuff.
Hmm.
There's got to be like a stat block for like a spider or like a mouse or something, right?
Just like a hole in a door nearby wall that would fit a mouse. Because in that case, yeah, sure.
Or a spider?
A tiny mouse, maybe. Sure. Like a lanky one.
It would be pretty lanky given the base body here, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Sure. And like, vermin probably wouldn't be that uncommon to, like, be around a definitely up to standards butcher shop.
Oh yeah, this shit would pass inspection easy, no problem.
Super easy.
Two of us will keep watch then for the moment. Try not to be super
Suspicious.
conspicuous.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
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 I'm just trying to
Okay,
buy
I'm gonna
some
be-
meat.
Gonna be a tiny molly rat.
Okay. Double gross. So,
Gotta keep the feet.
Small rat.
Yeah, just shoo.
and in you go. Make a stealth check. Do you have stats for a rat? Or
Yes.
should we improvise? Okay.
Does the rat have better stealth than you?
No, it's actually worse.
Ah,
Not worse than me though.
Surprisingly enough, a rat does not have a positive dexterity modifier or skills in stealth. But it is tiny, so...
yeah.
So that's a 6.
Ooh.
Okay. So you squeeze through the hole. This time it works much better than the last time you did that. And yeah, you're in the back room where a lot of meat pieces and such are being kept. And with that 6, I think you very quickly hear, "Oh, for fuck's sake, not again!" And make a dexterity saving throw.
This is about to be really funny, isn't it?
Yeah, last time I remember, rats don't have that many hit
Oh,
points.
that's actually an 18.
Okay. So, I think if you save... No, I'm gonna make the decision and we'll find out how many hit points a rat has afterwards. If you take 1 hit point of damage, are you still a rat?
Let me see. No.
Fuck!
Okay.
Shit.
So, you get kicked, get flung against the door. You guys hear a loud thud as inside Bohemian you turn back into yourself. are on the floor against the back door and are looking into the eyes of a dwarven fellow who is in a butcher's bib, covered in blood, with like a butcher's knife type situation in his hand, who's just like looking down at you. What the fuck? And I think we're gonna cut it there.
Oh.
That's just like the fucking Ariel movie.
Perfect.
Mon Dieu.
Okay. Dave!
I love it when a plan falls apart at the first step.
Yeah, that's what people.
This is gonna be fun.
Definitely no repercussions to sneaking into like the
Never.
criminal organization of.
Nah.
What could possibly happen?
We will see you next time.
Dragon
Oh.
Lord.
Awesome. This was a lot of fun. I
Yes.
really enjoy GMing this stuff.